Hi, Jody Culbertson from 5-Axis here. Just want to show you how the finished product's going to look. We're going to walk you through step by step how to put this display together, but this is how it's going to look when it's all finished and done and ready. It goes together very simply. You can do the 4 sound bars, 3 sound bars, 2 sound bars, whatever you want. Everything's pre-drilled, ready to go. All the hardware is included, so we'll walk you through that, okay? Thank you. Hi, Jody Culbertson from 5-Axis here. We're going to show you how to put together the Memphis display today. Just lay out all the panels. We've already put our dowels in on the left and right sides, as well as the top and bottom, so you can see how it works. So when you get the display, you're going to lay the 2 face plates down, have the bottom towards you, the top away from you, and we're going to lay the panels out in this fashion. So as you see, that basically goes together like an IKEA cabinet. You can basically just take this one and drop it in and clamp it down. On this side, you're going to have the angle. This one's going to be your top cleat wall, okay? This one's going to go on this thing, on this one here, and allow you the ability to hang it off the wall. So as you see, when you go to do this, we're basically just going to glue this. Get a little bit of glue and a Phillips screwdriver, and you'll be able to clamp it down, okay? All right, so we actually put the bottom and top together. So as you can see, that's how it's going to look. The one with the curve and the switch will go on the bottom, okay? The one with the slash, the 45 degree on it, that one will go to the top. We have holes on both sides with grommets that you will put in at the end of your install. You also have the end caps. So you have these end caps here that go on the left and right side of each display. You can see how we screw in the dowels. You can see how they fit perfectly right inside to each display. So when you do it, you're going to want to tilt it sideways, spin it around, and this will just link right in to the panel like this. So that's how it will actually go onto the display, okay? Okay, we are back. So as you can see, this is how this display will look all completed, okay? It will be fully done. Curve section goes on the bottom. Switch section goes on the bottom right here. I'm going in and putting all the dowels in. I put 3/4 of them in. I just want to show you. When you do put them in, do not crank on them, just get them snug. They should not be cranked. You don't want to strip these out. You just want to snug them up. And once you get them snug, you're good to go. Then this display will actually come down and actually mount right onto. There you go. And then you just crank it down and you're good to go. Make sure you put some glue on the edge when you do that, and then crank them all down, and then we'll get back to you on how to wire up the front. Thank you. All right, so as you can see, we now have the display put together. We have it flipped over. So in each soundbar, you're going to receive a little bracket such as this. In the kit from us, you're going to receive all the hardware to mount it on. The bolts go from behind, they'll come up, they'll slap onto here. Do not tighten them. Just get them 1 or 2 threads in so that there's a little movement, so the sound bars can slide on evenly as you go. So as you can see, the large bolts go here. There's 4 bolts that will do the 2 middle and 2 large bolts that will do the 2 uprights. So I'll put all this in and I'll come back and we'll show you how the bars just slide right on. All right, so we've now got all the sound bars on display. So when you do these sound bars, you're going to want to slide them gently across. Whichever way the wire is the way that you're going to push the display. As it gets closer, you're going to funnel the wires in, lock the wires in, go in underneath and crank down the Allen keys for each one. All the Allen bolts are there and ready. Just be careful when you're sliding it to hold up the actual unit a little bit so you're not going to scratch the graphic, because it's going to be very tight. Also, make sure that the clamps, when you screw them in at the beginning to line everything up, aren't too tight. They're very loose because you're going to need to have them loose to slide on the display. This is the only one that gets 2 different bolts, so it just bolts on and you're ready to go. This one's another slider, and this is how it's going to look when you get it all finished, okay? All right, as you can see, we wired this one up. So we put the power supply back in the bottom corner. We strapped up all the cables. There's going to be a lot of cables when you do this because they do allow a lot of length for all the cables. So you're going to strap everything up. Each cable's got its own area. The RGB is going to plug directly into this middle, the second from the top unit. That will plug in, that will control the RGB on the back, as you can see. You're also going to have your cleat. This is your wall cleat that mounts to the wall. The part that's got the 45 on it, this is going to mount to the wall. You're going to screw it against the wall, and then you're going to lift your display and it will rest nicely like that. That's how it's going to rest on the wall. So that's how easy it is. You can tighten up all your bolts to hold on your sound bars, and everything's ready to go. We have extra holes in the display in case they change and move wiring over the course of the next few years, which they are known to do. So we've added extra holes to the display to allow that in the future, okay? So you will have that. All right, if you have any questions on the display, please give us a call, 414-326-7162. Thank you.